scenes tonight. You can also just take those and start applying them next week. We're just going to get right into scenes. Again, we'll focus on tonight initiations, start talking about angles, and I just want to get right to it. So I'm going to get that live going here, send you all over to the live, and we're going to play that video from Matt. I'll start bringing you in two at a time. So
start applying them next week.
Go ahead and head over to the live video. We'll bring you in two at a time. We'll rock and roll. Shay, can you start sending them away for me?
Those start applying next week. Get right tonight. You can also just take those and start applying them next week. We're just going to get right into scenes. Again, we'll focus on tonight initiations.
One second, guys. Start sending them away, Shay, for me. Thank you.
All right, so we have already talked about a couple angles. We talked about the close-up here. We talked about the wide angle, right? We talked about the downward angle, which is going to give you that hero shot or that superior shot. We talked about the upward angle, which makes you feel a little bit like kind or shy. Okay, now we're going to add a couple of new angles. One of the ones I want to talk about is the extreme close-up. That's right up in here, okay? Extreme close-up can be used for a couple things. Number one, you can be the scary one. Hey, how you doing? Am I a little scary? Because I feel scary. Okay, or you could be the one who is scared. Somebody's talking out there. I think Shay might be getting somebody new into Valleywood. So you see, what I did here was when it's close, extreme close-up right on me, in my eyes, that makes me look scarier. When I give a little bit of space like this, now it's like you can see some things that I can't see, which makes me look and feel scared. So the scary and they're scared, okay? So that's one of the angles I wanted to show you. The other angle was an above, like up top angle like this, all right? And then the other one is gonna be just an on the counter, just where you just toss it down like that. All right. Now, a couple of you have mentioned that doing angles, creating angles while you're talking can be difficult. Like that can be something where you feel as if it's not natural. That is true, but this is a part of your work. So whether you realize it or not, we do this kind of thing all the time. Like when I'm talking to you right now, I'm just naturally holding the phone in a certain spot, right? Now, here's the deal. The on the counter shot, this would be a very natural shot if I was going to be, say, talking to my wife or my kids or somebody that I, like a best friend that I feel really intimate with. I might call Joey and be like, yo, Joey, let's talk about the edit, bro. You there? Cool. All right, so talk to me about it. Yeah. No, that's good. And then maybe I come over the top and be like, yes, dude, perfect. That's great. That looks really good. Yeah. All right, good. Go back. Tell me again. Now, what's cool about that, what's interesting is when I would never put the phone down like that casually unless I was talking to somebody who was like that I was really close to, you know, that I felt an intimate relationship with. I wouldn't be casual like that unless it was that type of person, right? The over-the-top shot can be the same type of thing where I can either put it over the top as if maybe I didn't think you were still on the phone, possibly. So I'm like, I'm working on this like wall here. I'm like, oh. What's that? Yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't know you were there. That type of thing. Or I could put it down like I'm working on the wall. This is my listen wall here. I love my listen wall. So I'm working on the wall, and then we could be talking same type of casual thing where I'm like hammering away at the eye here and listening, and then thinking, I'll be right there. Hey, babe, I gotta go. Joey needs me, so love you, baby. You see, so there's an intimacy to the casualness. So your job as an actor is to find your way, almost like blocking, find your way into setting the camera where you're going to want it. But you got to pre-think this stuff. And then sometimes naturally, you have to use the camera angle to go with your feeling. So sometimes I might put it down here, I might put it up here. Depending on what I want to do, I'll adjust my camera angle with my feeling the same way I would adjust my blocking. All right, you guys have fun with your camera angles today, okay? Have a great time. Love you. Peace.
All right, Shay, let's go ahead and bring that next person in. Here we go. We're going to get started with our scenes tonight. Super excited, guys. We're going to have a great night. Here it is. One second, everybody. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Phoebe.
Hi. Hello.
You guys have great energy tonight. I'm feeling it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Matching with the blue.
Thank you. Yeah, we are matching together, you and me, teaming it up. Danielle, where's your blue at? Go find blue.
I didn't get the memo. Dang it.
You know, we wouldn't have known, so it's like it's cool because the hair is like covering, so you couldn't tell. For all we know, you got blue pants on. Like I have no idea, and I'm just gonna say we're all matchies.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's how I want to start tonight, guys. We're just going to go through our first set. Is just going to be quick, sort of like who, what, where type scenes. But here's where I don't want to get stuck. We got stuck a lot last week in forgetting to do, you know? So when we find that relationship, our who is like a in-depth relationship that we can build upon. Then our what is the what are we collectively doing, and or what is the purpose for talking. So for those taking notes, the idea of a collective what is the two of you collectively, what are you both doing? So versus me doing video games, if we're doing video games, like that's fine, I guess, but like that's the physical thing you'd be doing. I'm curious about what's the purpose behind this. Then we'll go into our where, and that can be anything. So you guys can be in the same space, different space, like sort of explore into that, but realize if we're in the same space, how can we creatively make that work within this format? And I'm glad you guys went first because Danielle, you're a perfect example of that based on what you and Alex did in your scene in Masterclass, right? So if there is anything you pass or do or high five or whatever, realize on our screen, Phoebe, if you put your hand at your right, like if you put it out to your right, that's now going into Danielle's screen. And Danielle, if you put your left arm into your left, that's, exactly. Now you're both in that space. So however you see it, it might be a little different. That's how we sort of see it on our end on the live version. Yeah, you're pointing at each other again. I mean, that's cool. Exactly. That's sort of how that will look. And if you wanted to pass something, do something, this is for future scenes. At the very beginning, I'll just quickly let you know which side you're on so that you can play with that if you choose to, okay? Cool. All right, let's go. We'll do some stop and go if we need to, but let's start right away with our who, what, where.
We are newly sister-in-laws.
We are discussing what we're going to do over the weekend.
In each of our own living rooms.
Okay, good. All right, we can start whenever we're ready. Whenever we're ready. Wow.
Oh my God, this picture you posted is so cute, Bethany.
You like it, Sarah?
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. You look gorgeous. The lighting is so good.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I was kind of worried about posting it because I thought it made my hips look a little wide, but I'm so glad it doesn't.
Oh my gosh, never, never. And I would tell you, like, you know, I'm so honest.
Oh, I know you are. And I really appreciate that about you, Sarah.
Yeah, you know, I appreciate it about me too. And I'm glad that we both appreciate me. It's awesome.
I know.
Okay, good. So pause. Now we just went into a so moment. Did you feel that? So
Yeah, definitely.
that I want everyone to realize that's an indicator we're about to go on the wrong track.
Ooh, okay.
Most of the time. Now, not always. Again, every rule is made to be broken. But a so here means we probably found an awkward spot where you're feeling like this isn't an end what we're talking about. I don't know where to go. And again, that's not always. But I was sensing here, Danielle, you were about to just move to sort of another topic. Am I right?
Yeah, I was just gonna go into the what are we doing over the weekend topic.
Okay, good. So that can work. But like ideally, again, we want to get into both of you together. So here's what got missed. I want us to go back a little and realize this. If we go back to what Phoebe said a minute ago, it was going great. I mean, you guys are jumping back and forth. It was like, I care about you, you care about me. It's awesome. What did Phoebe say that was weird? Did you recognize anything, Danielle?
I don't remember word for word, but something about like everything that I do is great or something like that.
100%.
Like, yeah.
So you were, and I don't have it word for word either, so we'll kind of rework it a bit because it's not about that. It's about, I want you to learn to find game. That was game, and perspective here is something we want to be aware of. So she now did something that was unusual, did something that sort of threw us into a loop that I'm now interested in, and it got ignored, okay? So if your character doesn't care about it, then it's okay, but we want to be cautious with that choice. You both were building up, and then she was like, yeah, I know, like, it's all about me, right? And you were like, yeah, totally, okay? So if it can go either direction, totally can go either direction. One direction would be, yes, it is. And you're just obsessed with her. Like, think like Mean Girls and who's Regina George's, who was their second? I don't even know, like, whatever.
And Karen.
Yeah, totally. So like you've got your second in command, sort of. That's one route to take it. And then Danielle, you would just keep pouring into her. Like that would be one direction there. The other one is that was weird. Like you're complimenting each other, and then like that's I actually met both of like. But either way, attention needs to be brought to it because it was something different and unexpected. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I definitely felt it in our scene. Like, oh shoot, I missed that. Like when I said the next thing.
Cool. Well, that's totally fine. So now let's take it back, and we'll do a couple moments here. You can go any direction you want, either one, whatever feels right. Let's go back here to the beginning and to that build up, and whatever feels right in the moment, Danielle. I don't want you to pre-decide. You can go with that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. And action.
Oh my gosh, Bethany, this picture you posted is like totally amazing.
Really? You really think so, Sarah?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like the flowers in the background, just like the colors are really good. Like, I mean, I'm glad that I was able to take such a good picture for you to post. Like,
Oh, stop it. You're so sweet, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've just been like working really hard in photography class, and like I'm getting the hang of the rule of thirds, and so like I'm just glad that this is all going so well.
Oh, I'm glad.
Stuck. Do you feel it?
Yeah, but I didn't want to say anything. I wanted just to sit in it for a second. Is that bad?
What did you want to sit in? Possibly. It just depends.
Just like trying to connect with her again. Like, well, I don't know.
So hyper listen a little quicker. I think that's what's going on. So that's good. If you got lost, I'm glad you go, okay, I'm not just going to throw something out there. That's better. Honestly, because here's what you did. You just sent Phoebe a sign that, hey, I'm feeling a little out of it right here. Help me out, Whereas I think the other direction was where we went earlier. The other direction is, let me just throw something out there and go into the I much prefer what you were about to do. I much prefer the silence for a moment. So here's a trick to it. That is, to an advanced improviser, someone who starts learning this as we go through, Phoebe will catch that cue. So for both of you, what you can do is, what's missing here? Physical. Fill it. Because when it gets silent, this is not what I do. I do not do this. Yeah. Yeah, so that we don't do, right? However, if it got quiet for a second, so she's like, do the rule of threes things with me, Phoebe, real quick. Go ahead. Back to that.
And I've just been working so hard on my rule of threes, so I'm really glad the picture just looked so good that I took. Yeah, and that coffee maker I gave you is good too, right?
It's like so good. And so now I've given her a gift somehow. She found the coffee maker thing and she built off that. And so again, in this medium, like you have flowers behind you right now. Danielle?
Oh yeah, they're fake, but yeah.
I don't care. Like
Yeah.
like that you could go grab those. Like there's like, so if you're feeling stuck,
Got a water jug.
do water jug, go take a drink. Like nice, by the way. Awesome.
Try.
If you feel stuck, do something. Do
Okay.
something. Just for everybody, don't get stuck in the stare zone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very good work, ladies. We're most likely going to get at least another set of scenes today, so good work.
Okay.
Stop, Danielle.
Hey.
You too, baby. Oh, yeah.
Water jug, go take a drink. Like, nice, by the way. Awesome. Awesome. Very good work, all right, ladies. Let's go ahead and mute those lives for me, guys. All set?
Okay. You too.
Hold on, I can still hear one of you. Let me figure out which one.
It's me.
It's you? Well, Jason, all right.
I thought I. Hang on. I'm coming back.
I can still. No, you're good.
Oh, come on, Jay.
Jason, I can see and hear you. Can
I
you?
know, it's just.
I can see you guys.
You can, Chris. You can see us.
I can see you. Can you see me?
Can you see me?
I can see you. There you are.
Jason, can you see me?
No.
Jason, can you hear me?
No.
Then how are you answering me?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So you just can't see
I'm
me.
flicking through the things at the same time, but I cannot.
But
Yeah.
in the Zoom, you can see us right now, right?
No, the Zoom is off. And
All right, phone or computer?
Well, that's what I did is I switched to the middle, which I shouldn't have done.
No,
I think
dude.
I
So you're good. So walk me through your situation. So right now, you're looking right now into a camera, right? Right now, is that on your computer or phone?
That's the computer.
And that's what's playing the Zoom. You're in Zoom right now. So right now you can see Chris, right?
No, I know it thinks I'm in. It just says Zoom emblem icon.
Okay, great. Let me get that set really quick.
But I entered the Zoom meeting on my phone, so I think it thinks I'm on my phone. So I think if you invite me in, it'll come up on my phone.
But you're
Ryan, I
here.
can bring in the iPhone.
I can see him though. This is I'm baffled. Usually like one of them isn't working. This is new for me. This is good.
Try. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna take his computer out.
Hey, you better do that thing that you said. Just kidding, please.
There we go.
Hey, Jason, now we're over here on your phone. Jason, can you hear us?
Nope, he's connecting. Hang tight.
I'm hanging. Technology, guys.
There
Gotta
we go.
love it.
Jason.
Hey, Jason, what's up, man? Wow, it's a long time no see.
Right?
I like this new angle. It's really great. All right, so we both have a phone, which is great, which means we'll have the ability to explore. So build on that last scene and the idea you can enter, you can exit, you can take the phone with you. Like anything is possible. It's your creative realm to do whatever feels right, okay? So let's start off with a who, what, where.
I can't see her, by the way.
You can't see
Okay, can you
Chris?
see me
Okay,
now?
scroll to your right, Jason. See her now?
I do. Hello, Chris.
Do you see me too?
Hello.
We are divorcees.
Okay.
We are divorced from each other.
Yep.
Yes.
We are lost together in a bad neighborhood.
Good. And where specifically, Jason?
We're headed down an alley.
Okay. So she gave us like in a bad neighborhood, right? I like that. An alley in where? Give us a city or give us a place.
Chicago.
Okay, a Chicago alley. I love it. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Either one of you can start. So right now, this is going to help you guys a lot. Get right into character. Find a physicality. Get outside of you. Like, both of you, take yourself out of your body and put yourself in the body of another person right now. Okay? Action.
You know, I did this only because of our daughter.
Only because of our daughter? That's the only reason?
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be in this stupid situation.
Wait, you know, I thought you wanted to talk about us. I thought you wanted to get together and talk about us.
That was after I spent the weekend with you.
Well, yeah, and I guess I thought things were going back to the way they used to be. Did I get that wrong? Did I misread?
Yeah, the way they used to be was terrible.
Well, for you it was. I thought it was good until.
Gee, this is exactly what I'm talking about. As long as you're happy, you know, I've got wants, needs, you know, places I want to go. I didn't want to come here to see Oprah Winfrey. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, I think it really kind of is as long as I'm happy. I mean, I'm the woman, and that's the way it goes.
I remember the good old days, you know. We'd be hiking a mountain or maybe camping or something. But no, women make all the decision these days. Now
Okay.
I'm lost in an alley in Chicago after going to an Oprah Winfrey show I never even wanted to see.
All right, I'll cut it there before you get in trouble. No, I'm kidding. Good. I'm joking. So, very good, guys. Good. The relationship was there. Okay. So we got lost because two reasons, I believe. We missed out on a couple of the details, like really teeny tiny details, and I don't believe you are where you are. So remind us. You just said it, Jason. We're in an alley in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I didn't know how.
yeah.
I didn't know
go
how
ahead.
to share a scene with her and do like a walking thing. We both hold up things and walk. We were both just.
You don't necessarily have to. So there might be a moment there where we sort of do, like, Jason, if you initiated a walk, I'm sure, Chris, tell me about your space. Are you able to walk a little bit?
I can, yeah.
So there'll be moments of that. But here's the deal. If I'm continuing to walk, let's say, all right? So I'll cut to the other angle here. My wide one. I don't know if I have a wide now. So I'll cut to my other one, and let's pretend I'll just be like a little like this here, okay? That I'm walking, right? And I'm on it, and you're talking to me. And I stop for a second. We sort of talk to each other or whatever, right? And we're in this space and sort of creating that. But if we keep walking, yes, you are going to get lost, right? But if I think I fought in the middle of a public place before with my ex, and you don't just keep walking. I mean, sometimes there's moments where you do, but there's spots where you sort of stop too, and you just like, you want to make sure they're getting your attention, you're getting their attention, right? Like there's moments where I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. So in this setting, you can sort of create that. You decide, is it sketchy? Is it not sketchy? Like we can build on some of those things by just looking around a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You could look and just like, hey, for a second, like little moment like that. No, we're good.
Yeah, I was thinking you could just be like, "Did you hear that?"
Totally. Like anything like that could happen that would put us outside. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take it back a little, and I'm gonna work a couple moments, and then we'll keep going. Okay.
Okay.
We're back in the alley. Let's start from the top.
Okay. We're lost again. Somewhere in Chicago, we are lost again.
Lost again.
Make
You
it
hear
about
that?
make it about her. Make it about her really quick. So now we said lost again. She stopped. That's great. There might be a reason to move or bring that in later. Great. We've established. So now she says we're lost again. Whose fault is it?
Mine.
Maybe. You were kind of a jerk earlier, right? Put it back
Yeah.
on her. Put it back on her.
Okay. We get lost every time you ever gave directions our entire relationship. I don't know why I thought this would be any different. I don't know why I thought any of this would be any different.
Go, Chris, go.
You know what? Why is it up to me to find the direction we're going? You said you were going to take me out for a hot dog, and now we're in... There's a dumpster there. Am I supposed to get the hot dog out of that dumpster? I mean, what...
Go, Jason. Now pick up the phone because she's walking a little too.
That dumpster would be funner than the Oprah Winfrey Show was.
Good.
I thought you would like the Oprah Winfrey Show, but you never like anything I like. And
Grab your phone, Jason. Grab your phone. Walk with her. Walk with her. Notice she's walking, so you walk a little.
What about that one time?
Now stop. Both of you stop because you're talking to her.
Which one time? We had a lot of one time.
Exactly. We did have a lot of one times, didn't we?
Okay, good. I'll stop you there. Do you see now? You see?
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I missed her cue, too, when she started.
That's okay. It's a learning process, dude. It's a whole new format. It's different. It's challenging. But here's what I love about it. It forces us into hyper awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be hyper aware. You've got to really listen in. You've got to notice the other person. You got to notice their movements. But when you both did that, you totally created a world for me. And it taught us about the balance between movement and speaking. Because ideally, you're not going to move and speak at the same time. Because just like in masterclass, just like in anything, and you remember this back from when you did your masterclass in your scene, Jason, when you move, you speak.
Yeah, as soon as... Yeah, when we stopped there too in that moment, I felt that like now we're having a moment kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And then maybe she makes you mad and you start walking off again and then she'll follow you. Maybe you make her mad, she walks off and you follow you, and you guys will sort of play the balance of that to show us and help us understand your reality. It's really cool. So
I see, she could be doing a walking thing and I'd be like, where are you going?
Exactly. Like, get back here. Like, exactly. You create a whole reality right based off of your phone. All right. Awesome. Good job, guys. Woo! I can't whistle like that. It's impressive.
Fucks up and you.
Hey, there it is. She knows.
Hello.
Monica's like, I got it. I know how to do this. I can flip this thing. Hey, girls, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Great. You ready to rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. There was that like deep breath, like, yeah. All right, we're good. Okay, those two girls right there. That's what I want to see. So let's have fun. Let's just have fun together. Let's build a who, what, where. Explore the space. Make mistakes. Let's have fun together. So either one of you can start with a who.
Who? We're best friends.
We are planning a party.
Good.
Where?
Take your time.
We're at a coffee shop.
Boom. Okay, great. Here we go. Let's create that space. Jump into characters. Take yourself out of your body into somebody else's.
Okay, we are not inviting her.
Why not?
Because she stole my boyfriend.
Okay, that was like 4 years ago.
I know, but yeah, I'm still mad about it. She never
What even happened?
apologized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't invite her, then we can't invite Blake.
You can invite Blake.
Why?
I don't know, cause I thought you liked him.
No. I didn't like him.
Are you sure?
I promise. I don't like him.
Okay. If you don't want to invite Blake, then let's not.
Okay, well, maybe.
Okay, good. I am loving this. How you guys feel?
Feel good.
Good.
A lot better than last week.
Oh my gosh, so much better. So we dove into the relationship. We have a good idea of who you are. We're talking about someone else, right? Which we've talked about. But here's the thing. This is a prime example of it being okay to talk about somebody else. We don't want to get stuck on this person and keep talking about them too long. However, what makes it okay, let's go back to the word collective here because that's sort of a theme of tonight. The collective relationship with this guy, the fact that collectively you both know him, collectively, Amanda, you know that she likes this guy. You're kind of trying to hide it. Like, that's what's interesting. The guy himself, I could care less about. Sorry, guy. Like, don't care. But you two, and you trying to push a friend into inviting a guy to a party that she likes, it's actually not about him. It's about the two of you and you sort of getting to talk to him. I mean, most of us have been there. Like, where you like somebody, what do? You go ask a friend. You're like, so, like, I like this person, and so, like, they send me this text. Like, what do you get? Like, that's, what do you think about it? Like, am I reading into this? Like, that's what we do, right? Is it really about the other person? No, that's an interesting scene to watch because we're watching the two of you deal with the situation. So here's what was missing, okay? Where are we?
Coffee shop.
That's right. Where's my coffee? Sure. We can use real objects, and if we don't have something that we think really fits, and this is for anybody, you can decide to do space work, okay? So if it really fits and you feel that, but if your partner does that, then no, for the most part, you don't want to then use things that are actual items. But at any point, so like if I decide to do coffee because I don't have one, and I'm like, yeah, no, he is super hunky, like big time, right? And I've got this coffee here, and then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just like pull out a real thing. It's kind of weird. It's like, wait a second. So if somebody uses a space item, just know instead of using real items, we're using space work. Awesome. Totally fine. And so I think you both wanted to have a coffee, but you're like, crap, I don't have one around me.
Yeah.
So that's where use space work. Totally fine. And realize, again, there could be any moment you could step out, step back in. Anything could sort of happen here. I don't see angles shifting too much because we imagined ourselves opposite each other. Right? Mm-hmm. So good. So now I just wanted to explore that same idea. We'll take it right where we left off, but both of you sort of grab that imaginary coffee cup.
Okay.
Good. You didn't open your mouth, Monica. It's all over you. Guaranteed. Just.
That's hard. Okay.
Okay. That is the most awkward I've ever seen someone drink a cup. All right. So now here's what you have to do. You have to grab a real drink of water or something. Okay, grab that for me, like a real one. You had one next to you, right? Take the lid off.
Okay.
Now this will be different because it's much heavier, much different, like weight-wise, and the way you hold it. But go ahead and take it up to your mouth and really sip it. Like really take a sip. You're like, thank you for watching me drink, Brian. So incredibly awkward. Thank you for making me do that. Okay. So here's the why behind that. Now try and do the same thing, same weight, same everything. You have the same bottle, but without it in your hands. Good. It was better. So now, seriously, it was. Before,
okay,
let's again talk about growth. This is now empty, so I can do this. Okay. Let me just make sure. Don't want to spill coffee on myself. Okay, it's now empty. All right. So if I take this thing and it's real, right, and I just go like this, it's going to be all over me, obviously. That's what you did at the first take. So it's going to feel a little uncomfortable because you're not used to dealing with space work yet. But that's something that like, it will just take time. The more you practice it, the less you'll care. And it's also awareness thing. Like, who cares? Like, yes, people are watching you drink an imaginary cup. Feels weird at first. The more you do it, the less you'll care. Okay? All right, let's start again from drinking. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so we're inviting Blake then.
I don't know. I just get nervous around him.
Well, you like him, so what? Just go for it. You're single, he's single.
I'm not ready to get back out there.
Okay. So, do you...
Okay, good. So now we're stuck in the trying to figure it out thing, right? So instead, Amanda, hear it. It's your friend. It's your friend, genuinely, right? So you are pushing her to get into a relationship. Cool. Great. I feel like you should in this situation. Like, you're that friend who's just trying to get her out there, and she honestly goes like, yeah, she had a real genuine moment where she brought herself down, and she was like, I'm just not ready.
Okay.
So then it's like, okay, like I understand that. You know, I know it's been hard. Boom. And now we deal with whatever that is that's layered underneath, and it goes that direction. And that's the beauty of improv. If she said one thing differently, changes everything. If she said one thing differently, or even said the same thing differently, if she was like, yeah, I'm just not ready, you know? Like, then changes things. It was the genuineness of her voice that made me go, okay, as a genuine friend, I'd probably come back in a different direction. And then you won't get stuck, because it's like, we're not listening to just the words. It's like, what's underneath that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good job, guys. Hey, I love it. So much better. You're growing like crazy.
Good job, Amanda.
Woo! Hello, George.
Hello.
I'm assuming we're waiting on one more, so.
No, this is George was my odd number, so Phoebe's gonna go again.
So who?
Phoebe's gonna go again. Can you not see Phoebe?
Nope. Now I see nobody.
Whoa.
Now I see Phoebe.
Okay.
But I've lost George.
George.
Now I see George. Hold on. Sounds okay. It switched me off of the view that I was on. That's why. I'm like, it kept going back and forth, and I'm going like, what is going on here? Am I crazy? Which, by the way, all right, if you haven't seen it, we put up a YouTube video Joey did that's so funny with Carol, with George's wife, about just Zoom calls and your mom, and it's just super funny. So if you haven't seen it, it's on our YouTube. It's just a short video, and Carol's playing a mom who's like trying to figure out Zoom. It's very funny. So definitely a little plug there. It's very funny. All right, let's go ahead and jump into who, what, where. Either one of you can start.
Circus performers.
And we are getting to know each other.
And we're in the lunchroom.
Okay, here we go. Whenever you're ready.
So you've been a trapeze guy for a long time, right? Right, Carl?
Carl. Yes, I am known as the great Carl Dini.
Oh wow, you're really as, you know, you have such a big presence. That's what I read about you in the pamphlets.
The pamphlet at the employment office?
When I was applying to be a trapeze girl, they were like, you're gonna be working with the greatest trapeze guy of all time. And I just nearly lost my mind when I found out I'd be meeting you in real life.
And that's why the great Caldini has come to meet you at lunch, so we can talk about working together, my little one.
Wow, it's such an honor. I mean, you know, when I saw you in the Olympics do that trapeze flip and then you landed in the tiger's mouth, I just started to cry because I was so moved.
I was moved too. I was moved when I was bitten. I was moved when I was thrown around by the tiger. But yes, I remember that very well.
Well, I just know that I have so much to learn, but I'm glad that I get to learn it from you. I mean, I'm a novice. I can barely trapeze into a pit of flames, much less a tiger's mouth.
What is your name, little one?
My name is Sally Carlisle, trapeze girl from Alabama. That's what it says on my resume.
Sally Carlisle. We must change that to a much more spectacular name, like the great Saldini.
The great Saldini, I love it. I can't wait to go home and tell my mama.
All right, I'm going to call that there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to ask you guys first, and then I got some stuff to say. How did it feel?
Good, it was really fun, I thought.
Organic.
Super organic. So what felt good about it?
A very fluid conversation. Felt real.
100%. Phoebe?
Yeah, and I felt like we both had individual games sort of, and like just having that status difference really helps a lot because status informs your whole scene, and once that's established quickly, it's so easy to just have endless places to go. So I felt like the fact that we had such a clear status made it really easy to keep coming up with stuff.
Definitely. And here's the cool part, okay? There are rules of improv. We know this, right? All kinds of rules. Don't question. Don't deny. Don't have a relationship with someone you don't know. These are all rules for improv, right? But every rule is meant to be broken. And this is a perfect example of that. This was two characters meeting for the very first time. They hadn't known each other before, aside from you created a history, Phoebe, of an admiration of him. But this was two characters meeting for the very first time, and it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. So for everyone in the class, this is just a wonderful example of the fact that there are no rules. There are no rules if we're staying connected, and that's what you guys really did. You both, like you said, Phoebe, you found sort of this point of view. You found a way that you connected into that. You both sort of played your own game. You trusted each other, and then you just listened and were present. Anything goes if that's the case. Anything goes. So I was dying for you to do that, George. Like literally in my brain, I was like, oh, I really hope he renames her because that name is like so bad. And it was because Phoebe, you got put on the spot, so you just came up with something. It was great. And I'm like, the great, what was it? What was yours, George? The great
great Caldini.
Caldini. I was like, oh, I really hope he the greats her somehow. And when you did, I was like, as an audience member, I'm going like, yes, you know, because I wanted you to go that direction. I sort of saw it going there, and it was really cool. So I just want you guys to watch this back and see that flow there. There were a couple of other things that made this work really well. You picked some very solid space work, Phoebe. Very solid space work that the whole class can learn from. You were patient with it. You didn't rush your eating. Like, you sometimes waited to even say a line until you were done eating, which again brings me into this reality that you're creating for us. And it did the same for George. It helped us. It's the same as stepping in and out of frame. So if I'm here and I decide to leave the frame, you know, or whatever, that's one way to use this to tell a story. Your space work did that in that you guys balanced it out. You did not, when she was eating, you were talking, George, for the most part, because you realized, okay, she can't talk while she's eating. So the space work Phoebe created a nice balance between the two of you. George, your point of view of character right off the top was very clear without you saying a single word. Do you know how you did that?
My hand motions, my physicality.
That's right, physicality. So he did this, right? We can all learn from that, but your facial expressions too. Give me his face again. That's right. That's not George. That's not George. And it comes with a feeling. It comes with an expression. It comes with a story. Like, you walk in like this, and Phoebe sees something. Whatever she sees, but it's something. It's not just you walking in and having to come up with what to say next. So both of you making a bold choice right off the top allowed us to just flow. And this was, honestly, I have nothing to say growth-wise in this scene besides watch it back so you can learn about how well you guys flowed within it. Okay?
Awesome.
Very good work, guys. Very good work. All right, Shay, let's bring everybody back in.
Got it.
Let's mute them as well as they come. Just do the mute all.
Got it.
Something.
Got it, Shay. Got it.
Having to come up.
No.
Gonna drink some water because I'm still, dealing with the coffee that I drank for Monica's thing, Still like drying out my mouth. You and Amanda, I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and unmute now, Shay, now that we're all back in. Let's pause that live real quick, everybody. Or just mute it. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do a quick wrap of that. We have time. I wanted to get into 2 sets of scenes tonight. We're going to do that. We got time to do that again, so I'm super psyched. So walk me through what are our quick takeaways from that we're going to bring into our next set of scenes. Just raise your hand. I'll call on you. We'll come around real quick. Amanda, yeah.
For me, the biggest one is don't listen to just the words, but what's under.
Absolutely. Applies everywhere, just like in script class. It's that subtext. That's awesome. Yes, Danielle.
Always point out the weird if there's something weird.
Yep. Do you know what that's called?
The game.
That's
Find
right.
the game.
That's right. We find the game through the unusual thing. If you have never read the book, read the UCB manual, Upright Citizens Brigade. It's phenomenal for improv. An absolute amazing, amazing manual. I said book, so now I got to talk about it. You should definitely throw a little something to Matt. On Amazon, they have this thing. It's connected to another page with acting, and his book got it's on the top. I can't remember the exact thing of top 50 or something of all time acting books, best acting books. He's on number 14, all time, and it was so cool. So throw something his way because it's really cool thing. The book thing reminded me of that, and I just want to build him up here for a second because I know he's done a lot for me and he's done a lot for all of us. So that was just a really cool thing that happened today. Just had to throw that out there. So cool. Yeah, Jason, we can clap for that. I love that. Love it. All right, what else we got? What else? What are our other takeaways? Anybody else got one? Jason, yeah.
I learned there's a little bit of active listening with now the phone angles and such. If somebody starts getting up with the phone, you can react to that.
Absolutely. 100%. It's totally a piece of it. It added so much to your scene, for sure. Yeah. Anything else? Chris, yeah. She's like, oh, you're muted. Shay, we need to unmute Chris. I have no power. Shay's just oh, do I have power again? I might have.
She's not.
Oh, I do
She's
not.
not muted.
I can't hear her.
Hey, Chris, can you hear us? Okay.
This happened earlier. Send her away, send her back.
All right.
We're going to send you away and send you back. We do not hate you, Chris. We love you so very much. We'll bring you back. Okay, anybody else while we're waiting for Chris? Cool. All right. Once she gets back, I'll have her throw down hers, and then we'll go through and back into scenes.
Okay, Chris, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, there we go. All right, what do you got, Chris?
Okay, I was going to say take your time with space work, like Phoebe did, taking her time eating that sandwich instead of, just rushing through it.
Totally. And again, we see it from an audience perspective now. You believe it, right? We can totally do anything. We can do anything. So in this medium, we have the option to do both. We have the option to use props and do that in certain areas, but we also can still work on our space work, and we should be. We should be taking time to pick up objects. The exercise I did with Monica, everyone should be doing. I've talked about it in class before, but it's so simple. It's just you pick something up, you feel the weight of it, you use it, and until you feel comfortable doing that without it, and you feel like it's so real that it's happening, then you haven't mastered picking up that object. The more of those you build up, the less you have to think on stage. So think about this. Like for me, right, with my improv, I need to have not done this enough. I am so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. Well, part of that is study. You've got to study names a little bit. You've got to know a bunch of names, have them in the back of your mind. And if you do, the more you have there, the easier it's going to be to look at somebody and just see that they're and this one always comes to me. So Jerry, right? A Jerry is a certain like energy. Okay. A Todd is an energy. A Brock is an energy. Like, and these are some of the ones that I've done through plays and other things. The more plays you read, the more things you do, the more of those names that will come to you. And our subconscious mind is always working. So all that stuff, all that knowledge you're building up just sits up there. And it's accessible when you need it. So the more you're doing that stuff at home, the more it'll just come to you when you need it for an improv scene. Okay, awesome. We're going to jump into some more scenes. Here's what I want to focus on now. Initiations. I want us to come in strong with some form of initiation. Know who, what, where's this time. Initiate, initiate, initiate. Was it you guys that I gave the homework to practice some initiations or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So hopefully we bring some of that in. Raise your hand if you did that. Nobody? Okay, cool. So here's the homework for this week, all right? More initiations. I had the teens do this, and it changes everything. It just changes everything when we initiate a scene with authority and make it very clear who we are to each other. So these are going to be shorter scenes, but I want to just come in with something strong. Like, you make a choice. You make a choice, and the other person say yes to that choice and build upon it. I want to know as much as possible of the who, what, where before we get 3 lines in. Before we are further than 3 lines, I would love to know who you are, what's happening, and where you are. Okay? So, great. We're just going to jump right into initiations. I'll help you guys. If I feel like initiation's not like strong, we'll stop and I'll help you through it. That's going to be this next set. Okay? Cool? All right, let's do it. Send them on out.
I would just like to put on record that I wish, like, how have they, like, this Zoom technology is so unbelievably amazing. How is there not a bulk send-in waiting room button?
I know.
How? Like, I don't understand it. It literally takes 15 minutes to do all that, and now I'm just wasting more time. Should I continue to talk or no?
I mean, I would appreciate it if you didn't talk. No, I'm kidding.
Appreciate or appreciate?
Appreciate. I would appreciate it. You know, I've been working on that because it's so bad, and I looked up videos that I realized I don't actually have a nasally voice. I'm just lazy. And I've been lazy for so long. I was like, oh, that's not actually what I sound like. I'm just being a coward and lazy. So I'm.
Oh my gosh. Give yourself a break, Brian.
It is. I looked it up because there's different types of like why you have a nasal voice, you know? And I have some sinuses, but part of it is if you're like quiet all the time, you know, you sort of bring it up here and you mumble and whatever.
Right.
And so like when I sing or when I'm like really in a moment, this is it.
Right.
If I'm like in the office, I'm like, hey, Shay, what's going on? You know?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey,
all right,
full of joy, buddy. All right. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to throw down a round of applause to give you a second, but then initiate. Either one of you come in hot with an initiation. Okay?
I'm doing my scene.
Okay, here we go.
Did he give you the money?
Yeah.
You didn't sound too sure of that.
Okay, good. I like this initiation. So here's the issue with it. You put it all on her.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's actually okay to ask a question there too. So, but remember, any question can turn into a statement. Okay? There's two options. You turn it into a statement or you name her somehow. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay.
Either way. And if that's the case, then immediately, instead of panicking, Monica, just go yes with it. Yes or no.
Okay.
Like pick one of the two, go with that thing, and then build upon it however you feel. Like, I want you to fail right now. Okay? All right, here we go. You're going to get another one, and I'll go off of 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, new initiation. Go.
The IRS called.
And now,
What did they say?
good, yeah. Good. Now that's stronger, right? So build on that, Jason. You can give a little more. The IRS called what?
What do you think they?
So pretend like she didn't say that, Jason. Go, the IRS called. Say that part.
IRS called.
Now imagine a relationship in your mind. Is she your wife? Is she your... What did you see, huh?
The IRS called, Sandra.
What did they say?
Okay, good. That works too. I'm going to keep heightening because, again, all I care about is initiations right now, okay? So I'm only stopping, Jason, because I love it. And honestly, I'd be happy with that initiation, but we're going to make it even better. So now, Sandra works. Sandra's a name. Still don't know. What did you imagine the relationship as? It is a business? Is that what you're thinking?
It could be, I figured it could go either way.
So pick one. That's, oh, great, dude. Thank you for being that example.
Okay.
Our minds do that all the time. Boop, boop, pick one. Which one is it?
I'm going business owner / husband wife. You know what I mean? Like, is that too much?
Pick one or the other. Yeah, we might find out that that's the case. And here's why. It's just going to make it real specific for her. Which one did you pick? Sorry.
Husband wife.
Okay, great. So just add honey or babe or whatever you want to the end of that and hit it.
Babe, the IRS called.
What, Steve? IRS called? What does that even mean?
Well, apparently, we haven't been paying our taxes.
Okay, great. You see? So now it's so clear. We now know who we are. We now dropped something really big. You were patient, Jason. You didn't just jump in with the answer. And now Monica's character's thinking, and all I saw was a husband who's blaming it basically on both of you, but clearly it was his fault, right?
Yeah.
Totally different than a relationship where we're working together, and that's the case. Okay, now let's flip it. Monica, you have to start me. Brand new one, new initiation. Hit it.
Okay. New initiation.
Okay, stand up, Monica. Shake it up. Yeah, shake it up. Love it.
Okay.
Show the space off. Be inspired by it.
Jim, do you like the curtains in our living room?
Okay, good.
The truth.
So automatically he became husband, right? We went into that and he's screwed either way because clearly he doesn't like him. And that's great. That's one of those, Jason, you're allowed to sit and wait there. And Monica, your character's just kind of listening and realizing, and you can either let him sit until he finds it, or you can just go, well, are you going to answer? Or whatever. That's it. You just take that moment. Where did that come from, Monica? You stood up. You walked. You were inspired. When I just sit here and I stare, it's hard to get inspired. It just is. It's hard to get inspired if I'm just staring at my partner and I'm like, Like,
Yeah.
find something and then boom, like there's a billion things you could be. Great. Good initiations, guys. Love it. All right, let's get our next two.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great work.
Like, that's it. You just take that moment. Where did that come from, Monica?
Hey, Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can only, but I can see the Daring Acting logo is all.
Yeah, you shouldn't see me, just as long as you can see Brian and hear both of us. Brian, will you speak for me?
Hello, can you see me?
Okay. Awesome.
I can see you.
Hey, all right.
Making
Cool.
sure your sound was working. All right, have fun, guys.
All right, let's rock and roll. Either one of us can initiate. Let's get into our character. I'll start it. No, we'll just get going. We'll go into it whenever you're ready. Either one of you hit me with an initiation, okay?
So, honey, when do you think you're going to make me a grandmother?
Mom, I've told you many times. I'm just not ready for a kid.
You are not getting any younger, honey. You're...
Here we go again.
Well, you know, if you wait too long, it just may never happen.
Mom, I'm 21. 21.
Okay, good. Hey, see? Great initiation. Danielle, way to move around the room. It totally created a space for us. I love it. Okay, great work. Let's switch it.
Okay.
Alrighty. This prison life is getting old, huh, Sally?
Well, it is, but it's better than living on the street.
I know, but you've been in here 3 years. I've been in here 25 years.
I thought you'd be used to it by now.
I thought so too. But you know, my own babies have grandbabies. Oh wait, I think I said that backwards.
And see, it's like, you know, you probably would. You're in prison. It's okay. No.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. See, like we jump right in, and it's like, now I know who I am. Now I know what's happening. Now I just need to listen. That's what made George's and Phoebe's scene so great, was because right off the bat they understood like their relationship. They understood who the other person was, and they believed the reality. So that's the power of a really strong initiation. That's it. Okay. Good. All right. So my small note here is, like, at the beginning, even Chris, you can find a physical. Like, I want you to start exploring. This is outside of initiations, just something I noticed. I want you to explore some different characters this week, different voices, different things that take you outside of Chris. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm still seeing you play you, which is totally fine. It's totally fine to do in improv scenes. I would just love to see, as a challenge to you this next week, I want to see some things that aren't you. I'd love to see some different voices and some different actions and energies that are totally different. And I'm only bringing that up because both of you had a fire initiation that was really good. So I want to just challenge you in that way. Okay?
Yeah, I do feel like I've been kind of the same character with a different name. And I agree.
It's as simple as right now we're just playing into ourselves, which you're taking on different realities, which is great because you're connecting into you. I see you as this mom character. I see you as a lot of the characters you're playing. It fits. But now, just for fun, let's explore. Let's see what we can do. I want to see you as a 5-year-old. I want to see you in college. I want to see, like, all of the things that you can use your imagination to become. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Good job, girls. Woo.
We're just playing into ourselves, which you're taking on different realities.
Hello.
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 All right. Either one of you can start with an initiation. Let's get ourselves into a different physicality. And let's rock and roll.
Oh my God.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds. We can't build our dream. Chris, you were supposed to come in on the second beat of the bar, baby.
Oh, sorry. I'm just so in love with the performance.
Oh, baby, in love with this song?
No, with you.
Oh, honey, we've been together a long time. That's awful sweet.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So what's cool is we both sort of had different ideas of what this was going to be at the beginning, right? Started off, this happens all the time. We both talked right at the top. Both talked, both went to initiate at the same time. But what everybody can learn from what you guys did here was you didn't panic. And you didn't drop your perspective. Yours still was like, Amanda, right? Like, that didn't change. Even though you didn't get to initiate with what you were going to initiate with, we saw you as this. So if you randomly just like shifted into something different because George started, it wouldn't have fit. So then George then just came in with his initiation, and now you build off of that to create something together. That's all improv is. And George, you didn't see her as somebody who was like in love with you or admiring you in that way, right? In the beginning, you saw like a bandmate or something like that, somebody you wanted to get on stage with you, whatever. And so when she then established that, all you did was say yes to it, and then it became this like really cute thing. That's what we do. That's what we do. When we come in with a strong enough initiation, then we just listen and build off of each other's ideas. That's great. Okay, let's switch. Amanda, you're going to start us off with a new one, okay?
Okay. Daddy?
Okay, good. How can you hold your phone and change your angle to be that? Yeah, good.
Daddy?
Yes,
I want,
sweetie.
Can you buy me a yacht for like my 17th birthday party?
Well, honey, we just got you that Lamborghini on your anniversary, your high school anniversary when you graduated.
I know, but it's the Lamborghini. I want a yacht now.
Well, honey, where are we going to keep the yacht?
In the ocean.
Yeah, honey, but we live in Utah.
Okay, good. So don't want to go into denial there, so be careful of that, George. Because now it just is he's trying to justify like where we would store it here.
Yeah.
And really, I think he just doesn't want to buy his daughter another thing, right? Is what it's sort of like. I get the vibe I got. Like, I just bought you a Lamborghini, you know. But Amanda, I want to talk really quick because I know this has been a struggle of yours. You jumped into a character. Again, going back to George and Phoebe's scene, you picked a character perspective. You were like, Daddy, get me something, please. You know, and that told a story. So then George makes a decision. He goes, what kind of dad am I going to be? And so he's one that does give and does do those things, but he wasn't the overly like, sure, honey, whatever you want, you know? And again, that's the improv thing. It's the same thing. You're sending the same thing to him, but he's making a decision on how he's going to interpret it, what kind of dad he'll be. So I'm just waiting for George is going to come up with, if this scene continues, more excuses. And at some point, you're going to pout. Like, you're going to be like a 6-year-old who didn't get her Barbie. Like, I just totally see that going that direction. Like, the daddy, you know, like grabbing his, like, whatever you have to do, like, please, you know, like what, and just like, you're going to keep pushing him until you eventually do get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great, guys. Really good. Woo, these initiations
Thank
are
you.
killer. You're welcome. Good job.
Good job.
We bring him back, Shay? Or where we at? Phoebe.
Phoebe did do a second scene, so do you want me to have her go again, or just bring everybody in?
So Phoebe's gone in the second set?
She has not gone in the second set. She was my one that went twice in the first set because your numbers are
Oh
off.
no, yeah, I want second set because we're doing doing the initiation. So let's pull just one more person in.
Awesome. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. You will be my first initiation, Phoebe. I'm sorry, I keep calling you the wrong name, Chicago. My bad.
Yeah. Phoebe.
So do you want me to have her go again?
Say
Or
what
just
now?
bring everybody-
I'm so sorry. Say it again.
Phoebe's gone in the second set?
She has not gone in the second set. She was my
Oh,
one
that's
that went twice in the first
that's
set.
Chris's background. I was like,
Oh, no,
what?
yeah,
What?
one
Shay?
second
What?
set, 'cause
And
we're
then I heard
doing,
me, and I'm like, okay.
doing the initiation.
Chris, go ahead and mute your live real quick.
Give me 1 second.
Thank you. You will be my first initiation, Phoebe.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Phoebe's going to initiate this scene. Your job is going to be on your in this initiation, whatever it is, Chris, play a character. You cannot be yourself. Okay?
Okay.
So try and initiate her in some form of way, Phoebe, that will take her outside of her age range, her general self, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Action.
Oh man, you did awesome today. I'm so sore from all those laps, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I really was getting into it. I mean, I usually get picked last to be on a team, and I got picked.
Yeah, man, you got picked first this time. It's like this is gonna be our year in terms of kickball on the playground. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I hope so, because last year they kicked the ball in my face every single time.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
man,
I love it. Love it. Good. Okay, great physicality in your initiation, Phoebe. Great voice there. So we're going to go again. Chris, say yes to that. Say yes to the physical side of things. Say yes to the movement. And Phoebe, would you say something again in your voice?
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be kickball, awesome.
Hear that
Kickball,
voice? Hear that voice, Chris? And now say that in the best you can. Try and imitate Phoebe's voice. The best you can. It's okay if you fail.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm glad to get picked for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Let's take it from there. I'm glad to be picked for the team. Let's jump off that as if that just happened. And action.
Yeah, man, you know what? Like, you deserve it. You know, you work so hard in school, you deserve to play on the field.
Yeah, feed off the energy. Yeah, good, Chris, good.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I lost that weight last year, so I'm not the fattest kid anymore.
Yeah, you're only like the third fattest kid now, and I'm like, that's where it's at up top, bro.
Oh, high five, man. I tell you what.
Yes. Hey! I have to just pull the real claps over here for that one. See, Chris, that's what that is. You know, it's about just like going, let me just say yes. And sometimes the other person will give it to you, and it's about accepting what they gave you and just going into it and having the bravery to go like, all right, cool, I'm going to do that. Like, I cannot tell you how many accents I've failed at like times a billion, and it turns into something cool. Like, and Phoebe, to just throw something credit your way, you've been working with us for a long time, and you have this, you've created this freedom to be willing to do, to just dive in, and that's like, as a scene partner, it makes us want to do a scene with you because I know I'm going to be safe. I know that like that you're going to have my back in that way. So if you're with a Phoebe, somebody who's given their life over to improv and said like, let me just make this my thing, and I love it so much, and I know you work on it a ton and help people with improv. Like, if I'm with somebody like that and they throw something my way, one of the big options, if I feel a little stuck, is just to copy. Is to like notice your whole energy and take it on. So like throw me one more character before I bring everybody in, Phoebe, and throw it at me really quick.
This lollipop is amazing, isn't it?
Now grab your lollipop, Chris.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not usually allowed to have this.
Yeah, simple as that. It's simple as that. And she will throw things that way. You don't always have to be, but know that when somebody like that comes in with a character, to say yes to it, to get in the same boat, is usually going to be the better choice. Okay? Very good. Awesome. Let's get everybody back in. Good work, ladies.
Chris?
This song does not leave your head, by the way, so just get ready for that. It's so fun.
Struggling with the YouTube link.
YouTube link? Does it go down or something?
Yeah, it's been trying to reload for a while.
The old buffer. Well, the good news is with that, it will be there for you to come back to.
All right, no big.
So for everybody, there's a